Hello, everybody, welcome. Throw the psychic, that's scared of hell, huh? Everybody, welcome. Throw the psychic, that's scared. Okay, so let's do the protection right away. We have a lot to discuss. Okay, so I'd like to ask for protection. Beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I'll step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources. That it creates the good and only the good. The good for the good people. The good for the good people. As you just see the lights blinking, as we said, I've said before, it's a spirit around. Seriously, I feel it. I believe it. Okay, so I just finished the episode of JD Vance, Opus Dei, and Folk Leo, and now let's go to other news that I'm covering today. Okay, so this is important because it's a completely different story about the airplane, and honestly, it's even stranger. It's really even stranger to me, honestly. So sources contradict Trump narrative about Qatar offering plane as gift. The Trump administration first approached Qatar to inquire about acquiring a Boeing 747 that could be used as Air Force One by President Trump. Four sources familiar with the discussions told CNN that's contrary to the narrative from the president that Qatar reached out and offered the jet as a gift to him. After Trump took office in January, the Pentagon contacted Boeing and was told the company would not be able to deliver the new jets it was building to replace the aging presidential planes for another 2 years. The Trump administration, however, wanted a replacement plane much faster, and the Air Force was exploring different options for doing so. At the same time, Trump tasked his Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, with finding a list of viable planes. After the Pentagon's initial engagement with the company, Boeing provided U.S. defense officials with a list of other Boeing clients around the world with planes that could work in the meantime. And Qatar was one of the clients. Adding the Pentagon offered to buy the plane, and Qatar indicated it was willing to sell it. The third source recalled the initial discussions were about leasing the plane rather than buying it outright. But Trump has repeatedly described the potential deal as a gesture or contribution from Qatar's royal family, a gift free of charge, he wrote on his social media site, Truth Social. He said it would be a temporary replacement for Air Force One and given to his presidential library after he leaves office. Okay. Okay, lawyers are still hashing out the deal. Jesus Christ. Okay, so what is the story here? This is even I just find this whole thing just such BS because there's no problem with I'm sorry, there's just no problem with it. So it's old, but big deal. It works, right? So what's going on here? And it's safe. So what's going on here? What is the truth here? Why is it? He wants to know why. He's just, oh, okay. That's right. So actually someone mentioned this the other time that you know how Trump has a private airplane, but he bought it from it's Epstein's old well, it's the remember Epstein had an airplane and he would fly. It's the Lolita Express. Trump bought it. I God knows from where. Creepy, right? But that was he was flying before he became president. And then and then I see that he wants a new airplane for himself. And if he can get a new one, then he wants to keep it for himself. And that's the reason ultimately. So, because it did sound strange, why would they randomly offer him an airplane? It seems like a little, I don't know, odd or something. It's like, how are you going to take care of an airplane? I mean, can you imagine, even if you had to have an airplane, even you need to rent some place to restore it, right? Very expensive. So the idea that the ridiculous joke that oh no, it's for my library. So, but I see that Qatar does not want to do it anymore because of the blowback. It's too much investigating and they don't like it. Okay. So is it, I still don't see it coming. Like, I don't see it happening because it would take so long to actually retrofit it to fit to meet the standards and all the security issues. So, okay. All right. So that's that. Let me go on to the next subject. Guys, I took a break, but I have to show you something. I saw this, like, I checked the news, right? And I'm on breaks. It's like stuff you cannot make this up. Okay, I'm telling you, you cannot make this stuff up. So, okay. Wow, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. So, Nancy Mace teases images of her naked in bizarre post before hearing. So, actually, during the hearing, she shows. So, I don't know exactly what this hearing is about, but she's accusing, and it's possible that she's very, there's a point to this because she was, I don't know, her ex did something. I don't know exactly. I don't even want to know. But can you imagine a person like she had to show herself naked? Does it make sense what I'm saying? It's just very the mental illness situation, whatever that is. Who am I to, you know? But I don't know judge, like I said, but because I'm a little cray, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I would not do something like that. Would you do something like that? This is okay. Nancy Mace, Nancy Mace. So okay, here it is. This is her. Congresswoman Nancy Mace speaking at hearing on Capitol Hill with a poster showing her silhouette circled as she accused her acts of filming her naked without consent. Now, it's kind of strange, don't you think? I mean, I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know what world we're living in today. Imagine if someone's like, "Oh, here's." It would be different if somebody had asked for it, right? It's not that we don't believe her. Maybe she has a point, but the fact that she had to show, it's like I don't know what's with these Republicans. They love to be like hypersexualized. I don't know. I find it a little strange, I have to say. Okay. So what the hell is wrong with this woman? Here it is, exhibit one. Behind me is a screenshot from one of the videos I found of myself. This naked silhouette. This is my naked body. I didn't know I had been filmed. I didn't give my consent. So what the hell is going on? Like, what is this? See, she's very confused because it's saying part of, like, she has a point. It's saying that in fact these things happened, but to use Congress to show her naked doesn't make sense, guys. It's like she's saying she is using it for attention in general because she's conditioned to understand that if she wants attention, she needs to show herself. It doesn't make sense. It's completely based on appearances. And she's also quite narcissistic. And by the way, guys, you know that she went to West Point. She graduated from, was it West Point, I think? Oh no, the Citadel, famously, it's the Citadel. It's a military school in South Carolina. I think her dad went there too. And she had like a really pretty face and everything, like, but it's like those things. And I see here it's a it smells rosy. Yes, there's something really sick about them. They're not well. They're not well. And it's this whole unhealthy, unhinged energy that they give out. Okay, so what's going to happen to her? I see she's having a sort of a breakdown also because what she is speaking of does not fit with what her party. cares about at all. So she's kind of, I'm not defending her because she has done horrible things for the population, but it's just interesting that she's in a party that does not care about her victim like story, really. The it's in a way that's what they want. They want women to be abused, to be harassed and such. So she just has to realize it herself. Okay, all right. No, this is a little it is related to Trump, but it's a little I guess a little different than some of the things we talk about usually, but it just as bad. Okay. So we see the action of Trump and what he's doing to undermine the press. And I don't know if you saw what happened with CBS News. So CBS News had tried to basically censor a TV show called 60 Minutes that is very respected and has decades of history. And so the producer quit. And this was incredible. So there was an episode where the people who worked there, the front person, I guess, the anchor explained what was happening. They told the public. They spoke out. And then this is the president that just quit. So because why? Because Trump is suing them. And this is there's a merger that's about to happen, I think, related to Paramount, the parent company of CBS. And Trump this is a thuggery. This is crime, right? And that's why she looks sweet. She's probably quit rather than having to succumb to a criminal. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So CBS News CEO quits as owner. Paramount navigates lawsuit with Donald Trump. Wendy McMahon's exit comes amid fallout from U.S. president's clash with 60 Minutes show. The past few months have been challenging. President and Chief Executive Wendy McMahon said in an internal memo viewed by the Financial Times. It's become clear that the company and I do not agree on the path forward. McMahon's exit comes after the executive producer of CBS flagship 60 Minutes show left last month. The senior departures come as Trump has waged war against CBS and the rest of the U.S. news media with renewed vigor in his second administration. He sued CBS for $20 billion for what he claims was deceptive editing of an interview last year with Kamala Harris, his opponent in the 2024 election. Oh, here it is. Harris lost, well, I won't say that. Well, lost the election, but Trump has continued to seek revenge on CBS, slamming the network on social media. CBS and its lawyers have said the lawsuit is meritless. However, executives at Paramount and controlling shareholder Shari Redstone are considering paying a settlement in the tens of billions of dollars to move past costs. The saga, according to people familiar with the matter. So here it is. That's what I meant. Paramount is waiting for Trump's administration to approve an agreed merger with Hollywood studio Skydance. The president's media regulator, FCC Chair Brendan Carr, has been reviewing the deal for several months. Redstone and her family are in line to receive $1 billion payout if the FCC approves the deal. So there's a lot to ask here. Okay. So let's see. So what is going to happen? What is going to happen here? So the anchor of CBS, the president quit, and CBS is under threat. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that like he's done something really absolutely awful, but at the same time, they're willing to go along with the corruption because they want to get this merger done. So what's going to happen with this whole situation? It's interesting, immediately I see the face of the anchor of the 60 Minutes show with it. When people win the Oscars, they go on stage and they like raise their hands together as a team and he's saying, we won. And now we're telling this story so the show continues in the future and making a huge documentary about what happened to them. Okay, so what's happening. And I see Trump wanting money. That's right, of course, payout. And what's the story with this interview of Kamala Harris? He hates the fact that she won, and he's obsessed about the image. And when she looks good, he can't, it's saying he knows he's illegitimate, so he's doing everything he can to prevent people from saying good things about Kamala Harris. And I think he planted some story and they cut it out or something. So they did not make her look bad enough. It wasn't good enough for him because I think he has a deep hatred of women. And I think also he was kind of attracted to Kamala Harris because she's a beautiful woman, really. Ew. Okay, so what will end up happening here? So this is going to be thrown out. He's going to be thrown out. And I don't know that this merger is going to be approved because there were also questions about this merger before. This is not just a Trump thing. And this family is really greedy. And guys, I remember reading years ago, this is a mess. The widow of Redstone. Is that right, Redstone? There's a whole, it's like a family complication. It's a mess. And he's passed away. Oh, interesting. He's passed away, and I'm talking to him. Oh, do you see you guys? Wait, no, it's this one. Like it was my feet, isn't me? Something. Is that right? One second. I need to look up because I see the man. I remember he was really quite ill before he died, and I'm seeing he's like Paramount. Okay, that's right. That's right. Sumner. Let's see. That's right. She's the daughter. Oh, that's right. So I'll show you. So this is the man I see. That's right. It's a family. So I'm seeing his face here. That's him. And he died in 2020. And it's ever since it's been a mess of a family situation. So okay. So then he's like, no. And it's saying these horrible children, like they're so petty and creepy and what is the word I'm getting that they're so greedy. And they say I encouraged them and it was hell. I put him through hell, Rosie. Put him through hell. But so, Mr. Rance, what do you see? Oh, trashes. And he shows me a broom. They're cleaning out the trash. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Because he winks at me. Good, Mr. Rance. So, well, he's saying thanks for the backhanded compliment, I guess. He's like, Rosie, you have a lot of talent. You're quite funny. You have comedic talent. If only you weren't so fat, he's saying. Just to lose a little weight, he's saying. Okay, whatever. No one I was asking. That's how it is. Some people, right? Those people, they're not nice. Really, that's the point. That's the whole point. So, wait, where am I? So, so that's the story. So, nothing is not going to be approved. I mean, they say he's aggravating. He's putting more pressure into these people, but it's a mess. It's all greed. He's saying they all want their inheritance, their thing, their that. It's better if this is in someone else's hands. So that's this part. Now let's go to another last piece of news I want to discuss today, and it's about the bill. So Donald Trump pressures Republicans to pass big, beautiful tax bill. President tells members of Congress they will face significant increase in taxes if they fail to pass the legislation. So I'm just saying, no, really, it's interesting. But so far he has not succeeded in getting people to vote for his bill. And Mace, I saw earlier today, he was yelling at him. So what is going to happen with this bill? Is this bill going to pass? Today is May 20th. So no, I see that as being, he's furious. No, because they can't agree. And ironically, it's the more radical people on his side that are preventing this from passing because they want real cuts to Medicaid, and there's a lot of horrible things in this bill, but no, they're ripping it. And so when is it? So I think they're going to have to restart somehow. But what I'm getting here is that I'm being told, I didn't ask it, saying he's not going to be around long enough to see something like this happening, passing. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. So is this going to, no, it's saying no, no, no. And I see that Mike Johnson is just, no, no, it's saying no, Rosa, no. He does not have the majority. No, that's right. He does that. It's telling me he does not have enough people to pass the bill. So what about, like, does he, does his agree, like, is that enough? Is that not enough? Are these people, because they usually would fall in line. Is he not falling? Why are these people not falling in line? Because they know this is their chance. They know that I say most of them think he's not going to last. So they want to push these radical things because they feel like there's not going to be a chance to do it later. So, okay. So, so that's that. Interesting. Okay. So that's it for tonight. So thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. But by the time this video posts, it will probably be tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.
Prayer and energy time. Let's use this time to send energy to people healing and going through complex health challenges. Their bodies need the energy we send them. Bo, recuperating from intestinal surgery at the Mount Sinai Hospital, battling cancer and winning. I spoke to her today and I felt her mother telling me she will survive and thrive. Cecilia, her sister, visits her daily. Cecilia is herself also battling cancer, and she's also winning. Bella is also undergoing cancer treatment. Let's envision her pain free and 100% cancer free. Treatment. Let's send Bo, Cecilia, and Bella energy. Bo, Cecilia, and Bella are fully healed, full of energy, cancer free, and proud to tell this story of great health and recovery. Okay, so just going to be silent for a bit as I send them energy right now. And I hope you do the same. And also, you can think of others that you know, your loved ones, someone that you feel may be in need of energy, and focus on them. Okay? Okay, so let's start. I'll be silent here for a little bit. Thank you again. Let's create this circle of energy around them. And so it is.